I'm sitting here thinking of like a whole bunch of stuff to talk about when it's really just as simple as the sentence it takes to say it. Carnivore and the sugar diet. You can literally do both. But here's the difference versus if you did one versus the other standalone. Because the sugar diet in and of itself isn't just like a straight 100% carbohydrate diet, because Cole Robinson, the biggest guy behind it besides Mark Bell, even promotes having lean meats with vegetables, right? I think I would change that a little bit to, for me, because I just don't like vegetables. You know, I like eating them when I go out to eat. Sometimes I would have them at home here. But for me, I don't really go out of my way for them. I don't really care for them too much. What you can do is have your sugar fasting days, the same thing that Cole prescribes, same thing that Mark Bell prescribes. Straight sugar that whole day. And then on days where you don't need all that energy, all that carbohydrates, maybe you're not doing anything, do a carnivore day, right? Do a meat only day. Do an eggs only day. Eggs and meat, you know, carnivore is so restrictive, it's pretty simple. You just have meat the whole day. But keep it lean. That's the difference. You're keeping it lean because your energy throughout the week is going to be coming from carbohydrates, from stuff like watermelon, apples, sugar straight from sugar straight from candy, which is still straight sugar when it breaks down in your body. Um, and that's how you would go about it. It's really that simple, right? I think people are so scared. They're like, all right, I can't do carnivore though if I'm on this diet. No, you can't. You don't have to worry about it, right? Your energy is going to come from the carbs. And I can tell you, if you were to sort of go heavier on the carnivore, let's say maybe you go 6 days in a row without any carbs, that 6th day where you have a sugar fast day, which would be all straight carbs, you're gonna feel like Superman. This might honestly be the best way to do it. I'm gonna try it out here starting probably this Wednesday. I got some fruit I don't want to let go bad, so I'm just gonna do the next two or 3 days here with that. So I'm gonna try to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. So it might add up to be 5 or 6 days of just straight carnivore. I've already done it for a month and a half, a month, so it's not going to be hard. But that 6th day, I'm going to try to eat just straight carbs, straight sugar sources. I'm not going to be so pedantic about, oh well, I had a little bit of fat here, I had a little bit of protein. I don't care. I'm going to just go for mainly carb sources, and I'm going to eat as many carbs as I can on that day, until I feel fine. All right. All right, I guarantee you, because I've done it before, but I didn't realize what was happening, my energy is going to go through the roof. And the same thing will happen for you if you're on a low carb diet for so long. That's why Cole's talked about it, Mark's talked about it. The second you start having carbs again, you feel amazing, you feel tremendous. Well, it's because it's literally what your body prefers to run on. It's just simple, right? It's just simple. It's as simple as that. It's what your body prefers to run on. But I think if you want to utilize it better, for people kind of like me who are like all or nothing on one thing, have those days where you're all or nothing. So carnivore, all or nothing, 2 or 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, how many ever you want to do. And then on the sugar fast days, all or nothing, straight sugar, right? You're getting your protein throughout the week from the carnivore days. You don't have to worry about that. If you're on carnivore anything, you're getting at least over 100 grams of protein on that day. You don't have to worry about it. On the sugar fast days, you might be only getting 20 to 50 depending on your sugar sources and if you add any sort of starches in there. But regardless, you're still eating mainly sugar. So I feel if you try this, the high you're going to get from being so low on carbs to when you finally have them, you're going to have so much energy that you're going to be able to push through those carnivore days without feeling bad, but you're going to be in a deficit because, again, you're cutting out carbs. You're only eating carnivore style, protein and fats. On the sugar fast days, you're cutting out fats and proteins. So most likely on a sugar fast day, you could be in a surplus, but for a lot of people, I feel like you're going to be at maintenance and probably a slight deficit, or you might be in a little bit of a surplus. But the second you go back to those carnivore days, you're going to be in a deficit, but you're not going to feel like you are because you have that energy from all the carbs. So I feel like if people try this, they're going to really excel themselves. I mean, it opens you up, right? You don't have to be, oh, I'm carnivore, I can't eat, oh, I'm sugar fasting, I can't eat this or that. you can, right? Again, don't let your diet ruin your life. It's a day, right? If you're going out to eat and you know where you're going out to eat, maybe just have the most sugar foods you can, or if it's like a steakhouse, just go carnivore that day. You know, if you know you're going out later that night to a carnivore play or out to eat, you know, most times you could probably get away with doing carnivore at any restaurant. So for the beginning of the day and the rest of the day, just have straight carnivore. Have eggs for breakfast. Have, you know, some meats for lunch, and then for dinner have your steak. And then the next day you start your sugar fast, right? It's kind of hard to do a sugar fast when you're going out to eat because it's kind of weird to get dessert, and any dessert you get at any restaurant is going to be filled with fat, right? So I would say going out to eat is super easy to do carnivore. Nobody's going to look at you weird either. And still, if you have a little bit of vegetables on that carnivore day when you go out to eat, nobody cares, right? A little bit of green beans, broccoli, mushrooms with your steak or something like that, nobody cares. Or even a salad, right? You can still do it. So I think people should try that out. Have carnivore days, but keep the meats lean. Okay, I know if you're doing eggs are kind of like a 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio. You know, 5 grams of fat, like 6 grams of protein. I would just keep the meats lean. Find your favorite lean cut of meat, whatever that is. I don't care. It doesn't have to be, you know, beef. It could be chicken, pork, turkey, whatever. Have that throughout the day. Have some eggs, you know, maybe a little bit of fat sources, but keep the fat as low as possible. Keep it lean, and then the next day, or how many days you want to go on the carnivore diet, go ahead. But when you know you can't make it any longer, or you don't, or you want to have a carb day, go crazy with the carbs you want to eat, right? Don't restrict yourself to, okay, I can't eat this carb. Just eat the carbs, right? Don't freak out and say, I can't make it another day on carnivore, so I'm just going to go blow out, eat everything I want. No. Can't make it another day, have a straight sugar fast day, and I guarantee you, you will feel amazing. So let's try that out, guys.